Hi, Mark.
How's it going, Jeff? I was waiting for some fun music, man. I was getting all hyped.
We got a problem over here.
You know what? We're gonna make it. If not being able to play, it's the worst.
So StreamYard every once in a while wants you to upgrade.
Oh, it's the old upgrade trick.
Right. And so what they do then is when they want you to upgrade, they kind of stop you from playing the music that you have.
Bastards.
So, and I'm not biting at that because
you should.
We should be able to play one of our magnificent songs.
Magnificent's a good word.
And for some reason they don't want to, but that's fine. I'll fix that later. So good morning. It's Mark and Jeff and Matt Stork Media. We're going to attempt to talk about what's going on all over, but some crazy things, people that follow the Turtleboy stuff that we do and Karen Reed. Some more crazy stuff, Mark, with this girl from New Jersey. We'll call her LS, like Mark Betterow said in his filings. So LS, it's coming across that she might be a liar.
No.
It's coming across that she might be a liar. And so a little worried about, about being a liar. And so for me, I'm not saying, this is me now. This is my opinion. And it just smells a lot of like Nan Gallagher, the lawyer from New Jersey, who Nan Gallagher, Mark, when she came on the scene, she was giving everybody $500. And it started from a lawyer down in Texas that decided to give money to some people and said that she would do X number of dollars for her hourly rate to the people that she likes, right? So Nan decided to do that with Turtleboy and The Glarer, everybody that she kind of was, involved with. She gave $500, $499. So she was a big spender, right? Trying to get her name out there. She thought she was going to become, she thought that she was more talented than Melanie Little, who is the queen of the lawyers on the internet, on YouTube. And she isn't more talented than that. But anyway, so then she was moving around, she was given The Glarer. So she got on The Glarer quite a bit. And then she was on Turtleboy, but they found out what she was about. She was somebody that her ego needed to be stroked. And all of a sudden, she's a lawyer, but all of a sudden it's like, she has to have the attention. I've never seen a lawyer like this that sits on X and just bashes people, that has time to do that and not taking care of business at her law office and not worried about what people say about her. But she'll, get out, I got to get on it. I got to check Jimmy out because he's talking bad about me, or I got to get and see what Turtleboy's talking about. I mean, she is just so screwed up with this stuff.
Where's the sister? What is she?
She's a HIPAA lawyer. So she's not even a defense attorney. I mean, so she wanted to talk about defense stuff, and she had no clue. She was, steering people. I mean, she just had no clue. And so, she thought she was going to be the next Mark Betterow. And I mean, it was just horrible stuff that she became. I mean, she attacks people, but she don't want to be attacked, Mark. She could attack somebody. But she's the woman that I told you, she was heavy set. Then she lost all the weight. I don't know if she found Ozempic. I don't know what she found. I don't know. Maybe it could be just walking. I mean, a lot of people walk and lose a lot of weight and just, get healthy. But she became like, she was fat shaming people. I mean, she was doing a lot of things.
And she was.
And she was at one time. She was. Now she's tiny.
How do you fat shame people when you were fat?
I don't know. See, I can fat shame her because I am fat, so I can do it. I have no problem doing it, even though that she's skinny now. Good morning, hippie chick. Good to see you here. And the woman that started it all for us. It's always good to see her. In the chat. So, that's what we have there. And I got a little video I want you to watch with Mike Crawford from Young Jurks. We're going to do that. It's a couple of days behind because he's had now a couple of other ones that I got to get to. So I'm running behind on this video stuff, and I apologize. But Mike Crawford is seriously so close, Mark, so close in the movement to becoming anti-Karen Reed. He is so close. I am waiting. I think it's going to happen any day where he's going to come on and say, you know what? I think Karen Reed did it.
So he's got his own show too, huh?
Yeah, he's the Young Jurks. And then you got Brian from LTL Media, who I don't think Brian's going to go that far, because Brian's in love with Karen Reed. Brian thinks that he has a shot with Karen Reed.
Okay.
And he truly believes that, even though his mentals are like letting him down right now, where he's worried about everybody on the circuit of YouTube. I mean, he's worried about the new people coming on with their new channels, which I heard Hippie Chick has a channel now coming up too. And so Brian hates all of those people. Everybody that is new, because he feels that's taking money away from him because he's so good, which he's not. So, but he just doesn't like anybody. He likes nobody. And but I don't think he's at that point where he's gonna go off the deep end and say that Karen is guilty just because of his love for her. And he really has a creepy love for her. Now, he likes to pin it off on, now the Glarer is a guy by the name of Will. Now, he hates Will. But I think what stems from the hate from Will is that when the Karen Reed trial was going on, Will, the Glarer is what he's called on YouTube, he was the only person that got Karen Reed on his stream during the trial. Karen Reed popped on twice for him, okay? And that pissed off Brian. And Brian made some calls and said, I don't understand. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Why is Will getting, So he's real jealous of everybody. Everybody. So, but, we got more to talk about with him. So, I mean, we got a lot of stuff that we can talk about what's going on. But to get back to this New Jersey girl, and so it is a fact that the Hippie Chick is starting her own channel. I want to be, you got to put the link in here, Hippie Chick, so that I can get over there and subscribe, and Mark can too. And we got to start promoting it. So the New Jersey girl, I mean, just it's turning out that she lies. I mean, some big lies. I mean, not just, little white lies, Mark. These are some big ones that she's.
Bring us all up to speed. What is her suit? And then
this girl. This girl, now everybody that knows everything about Karen Reed. This girl was the girl that came about. She was I don't know if you could say it's catfishing or not, but anyway, she was trying to get Paul O'Keefe, which is the brother of John O'Keefe. She was trying to get Paul during the trial to give her signals from the courtroom. So Paul would touch his face. He'd wear blue shirts for her. He would give her some kind of, and they had this internet thing, and Paul was sending pictures, where he's sitting in the mirror in the bathroom. He's, no shirt on. And he's giving her the old pump up thing. And so she had all these things, and she just wanted to get in court. And I guess she just wanted to sit with the Reed family. She just wanted to be a part of the court. There's some women like that. And so Paul wasn't giving her, I guess, what he had told her. So she decided to take every communication that she had with Paul and give it to Turtleboy, because Paul said at one time, I guess there was a few people that said at one time, boy, the worst thing that could happen is if Turtleboy ever find out about this. Well, Turtleboy finds out about it. So he brings it to the forefront of what this girl's doing and everything. And this girl gets mad at Turtleboy. So then, she's sitting dormant for basically 7 months, I guess. All of a sudden, she decides to put a charge against him of harassment, I guess. And so what they're trying to do, basically, is get Turtleboy in trouble so that he gets his bail revoked. That's the big thing. Put Turtleboy in jail. Turtleboy needs to go to jail because Turtleboy's bad. That's what they think, okay? And that's what Mike Crawford thinks. And I'll get back to Mike and Brian and all that in a minute. But so she does that. So all of a sudden now she brings this all forward. And now there's some holes in this thing. Like Betterill wrote 11-page document to the courts in New Jersey and just had everything. I mean, it was just, she lied about this. She lied about this. She lied about this. She actually told stories of people that her sister was murdered. And I don't know if that's even true. Her dad was a judge. I don't know if that was a true statement. I guess her husband is a lawyer. But this girl's like really, there's some psychological issues here. And so she, like Hippie Chick said, she's a crazy liar. And she but Mark, it's like she's off the charts lying, like off the charts. Brian from LTL Media tells some crazy lies, and so does Crawford. But this girl is like off the wall.
Are these lies that all can be found and you can prove that? No.
Good morning, Judy. Appreciate you being here.
Politicians, they lie, but there's a videotape of them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay.
But this one, she decided, after this leaving it alone for 7 months, decided. So, and I don't know if it's true, Mark, but this Nan Gallagher, who I said came on the scene, giving everybody $500, which is funny. She only gave Brian from LTL Media like $10 last week when I was watching, gave him a $9.99. So I thought that was pretty funny. So, but anyway, that's right. That's the other thing. She was making the crazy girl was making AI pictures like she made it insinuate like she was meeting Derek Jeter, and she had AI pictures done. It's some crazy stuff, Mark. So so anyway, I just have a feeling it smells like, to me, now this is to me, I'm not saying I want anybody to sit there and go, oh, that sounds, this is just me. It smells Nan Gallagher all over it, because she is so unhappy because Turtleboy turned his back on her, Glarer turned her back on her, and the only people that didn't was Brian and Crawford and JFK, and now she's got that untwisted tragedies, whatever her name is. And so she's completely gone to the other side, like completely. And it's like this person decided to do this. And I think she was coerced by Nan. I just have a feeling. And it would be so funny. I would have the biggest day of laughing if there was communication between this Lindsay girl from New Jersey and Nan. If they could find some kind of communication, now I would laugh. I would laugh like crazy if she's involved with this, because you got to remember Nan got involved with this guy from Dallas, Ray from Dallas, who came on. He was a little, he went after some people, okay, and she didn't like it and everything, and JFK didn't like it. Well, then Meredith, the ex-girlfriend, the Turtleboy, and J-Bro, the guy that's on JFK, they came up with a guy that said, now, of all things, Mark, of all things to get somebody off the internet, they came up with a story that this guy, Ray from Dallas, sexually assaulted a guy like when he was a kid, when Ray was a kid and everything. And they got this guy to come forward. Well, the guy they bring forward has a record. Has a record. His name was Alex. Has a record like you wouldn't believe. He was like tipping people over in wheelchairs to get their money, old people, and stealing from 7-Elevens. And this guy is not the guy that you want to bring forward and say, yeah, he's telling the truth. Okay, that's the way I look. Okay, so as they carry out the thing about this for this Ray from Dallas and try to make it, JFK was all over this. And this is where JFK is a complete idiot. So somehow, JFK goes to Nan and goes, oh, we got to get a polygraph. That'll make it, So she gets a polygraph from somebody. I mean, the guy wasn't even from this country, and hooked him up to a couple of things, and took this polygraph and supposedly passed it and everything. Well, then Nan had to come out like a month after that and say, "Yep, I paid for the polygraph." So this smells Nan to me. It just smells Nan all the way through, because she wants to make Turtle Boy believe that he's going to jail. That's what all of them want. They want him to be afraid of going to jail. And I don't know. I mean, I think Turtle Boy has nothing to worry about. I really do. But then you're dealing with Massachusetts, and I don't know what is right in Massachusetts. I have no clue. I mean, they got so many things going on there. I mean, the Sandra Birchmore case, Norfolk County still doesn't want to charge anybody. That Farwell, the government had to come in and charge him. And I mean, it was like, and this guy that's running for DA from the office of Michael Morrissey, he's one of Michael Morrissey's flunkies. He's running for DA now, and he won't answer any of the questions that people have for him. But, as you know, some of these liberals get a lot of money backing them, and they can get in office. They can get in office, especially if people are not educating themselves on this. Okay. And so they end up, thinking, well, Morrissey's a good guy. Morrissey is not a good guy. Michael Morrissey, the DA right now in Norfolk County, should be in jail, in my opinion. In my opinion, he should be in jail. He's not. He's still carrying a lot of weight. He's been in politics, Mark, for over 50 years. He's been a state representative and all this kind of stuff. And I have never been around our little town here where we grew up, our county, we have a DA, but that DA actually works, actually does, go to trials and actually does put people away and actually works, right? Michael Morrissey's never tried a case, and he's a DA in Norfolk County. He's got all these other people that try cases for him, ADAs. I don't understand what that's all about. And he's an elected official, and I don't understand. He's never tried a case, so how is this guy even a?
How did he become a DA? He never did.
Got a law degree, And I'm really finding out as I learn more and more about this Karen Reed thing. All right, I don't think it's as hard as what I always thought to become a lawyer. I really don't. Because there are some lawyers that are just not very smart. And evidently, you don't have to be the top of your class anymore to be a lawyer.
Memorize all this stuff. It doesn't mean that they get common sense. Doesn't follow. Right. Having a moral compass is a different thing, but knowing the law is all they know. They don't know how to manage it.
But the thing is that they let so many things, and now we're finding out about it because it's coming out. Michael Morrissey, let this guy, Michael Proctor, run crazy through the county, and was charging people and not doing investigations the right way. I mean, Canton Police Department is the biggest joke that I ever. I mean, everybody knows that watches me. I think Lieutenant Gallagher from the Canton Police Department should also be in jail because of just the lies that he told on the stand when he was cross-examined. And I mean, he is like a horrible person. But that whole area is just full of corruption. But if you don't stop that cycle, Mark, it will continue to be this way if you bring Morrissey's flunkies on as the new DA. It'll stay the same. It'll be corrupt. And that's why people in that area have to work hard for this Adam Deitch that wants to be DA, because I think he's the guy that's going to break that cycle after so many years of corruption in Norfolk County. And so it's crazy when you think of it. Never tried a case as an attorney. Oh, you never even tried a case as an attorney? I didn't know that. So I don't know how you become DA if you've never tried a case. I don't understand that. So anyway, that's kind of and then this Turtle Boy. Let's face it, the Turtle Boy thing. Everybody can have their own opinion about Aiden Carney, okay? And I believe that my QR code up here on the right-hand corner of the screen, that's to, if you check it out, that's to Aiden Carney's fund, his defense fund. And I'm a big supporter of that. I'm a big supporter of Aiden Carney. I give money to him. I believe that he's innocent. I believe he needs to be free. Do I believe that Turtle Boy does everything right? No. But I laugh. I mean, the biggest thing is, I mean, the guy's got balls. I mean, he does some things, and he's got balls, and he's protected. I believe he's protected by the First Amendment right. Now, you can teeter that line, but I think he's definitely protected. But what's the biggest thing about it? He has to be shut up, and that's all Norfolk County and the Massachusetts State Police care about. He has to be quiet. And the only way you can quiet him is if you put these charges against him.
So circle back, Jeff, on LS. She lives in New Jersey. The suit isn't brought in New Jersey. It's in Massachusetts, correct?
No, it's in New Jersey. So he's got to, have separate attorneys for New Jersey, which he has Mark Federer, who's in New York. And he's got Linda Bodden.
Mark Federer is a good lawyer.
Right? He's going to be. I think he's a great lawyer. I really do. I mean, there's people, Mike Crawford, who actually brought Mark Federer onto the scene. They got into some kind of little disagreement, and now he's like, Mark's good and everything. But I brought him to the scene. It's like, he brought you to the scene, Mike Crawford. And.
So LS was saying that Turtle Boy slandered her.
Harassed her with writings of her, and then she says that she's got I don't know what else she has, and it seems like the defense is not getting a lot of the stuff that they have either to charge him. I think it's a bunch of nothing. But the other part of this, Mark, it's another person putting a thing against him, so he has to spend money. Okay. And that's the thing. They want him to spend money. They want him to have this pain. And it is really it's really something how people used to support him that have turned on him. And a lot of it they turned on him, I think, is because he doesn't let them become like he'll talk good about you, like that Jess Machado. He helped her out tremendously. He helped Mike Crawford out. He helped Brian LTL Media. Now Brian likes to tell you about when Turtle Boy was in jail for his 60 days back a couple of years ago, that he stepped forward and he said, I'll help Turtle Boy run his channel while he's in jail. Mark, come on, he said have over 100,000 people.
Yeah,
I mean, I would have helped him too, just to get out there. I mean, I wouldn't ask for no money. I'd say, Turtle Boy, I'll come and help you. I'll come on your show. I'll run it, and I'll sit and talk. And that's all I wanted to do is just have the notoriety from your people.
Where is LS getting her money, or is it just some lawyers that are?
I think now the people that are in the chat, they can tell us. Now, I think her husband is a lawyer. Okay, now I think that's the only maybe thing that she told that was true. I don't know if her dad is a judge, but and then plus she worked as a psychological therapist. The way it sounds now, isn't that interesting? As crazy as she is, that she worked like that. But I mean, there's all kinds. We all know that there's all kinds out there and everything. So Crawford thinks he's smarter than Bedrow. Exactly, Judy. He does believe that, Mark. He thinks that he's the smartest guy ever. And he thinks he's the best interviewer ever. And I don't think he's on Howie Carr anymore. I think Howie Carr finally gave up on him. But, he's the guy that I got on because he said he was so good in radio. He was this and that in radio, and I was challenging him. And then it turned out that his girlfriend was in radio and in public radio, I think. And so, he was telling me that, he had all this knowledge, and he goes, "Oh, I didn't say that." Yeah, you did. You did say that. But he thinks that he did show, he promoted the concerts for legalizing dope, and just stupid stuff like that. I mean, stuff that he said, "Oh, thousands of people. Now, you know yourself. You don't have to be a smart guy to promote music. I mean, I even did it. I even dabbled in it and brought some really nice talent to the area where I live in Wisconsin. But I'm telling you right now, Mike Crawford, I guarantee he didn't do it the right way. I guarantee it. I know he didn't. So, I mean, it's just JFK is, well, I think everybody, Melissa, I think on this channel, I think everybody knows what I think of JFK. All right. JFK is got to be, let me see if I got something.
He's a
JFK is a punk. Yeah. JFK is a punk. And I call him the Lynn Canary, because the guy talks about all the things he did as a kid and never got in trouble and all this kind of stuff, and said he went to jail or something, never got really anything in jail. I think the guy is a canary. I think he sings to the people in blue, but he likes to push it off on everybody else, that's how he does things. But JFK, I noticed he had Loophole Lawyer, and I like Loophole Lawyer. I think he's funny, but he's a little off on the Higgy thing. I think Colin Elbert had a lot to do with the John O'Keefe story. But the Loophole Lawyer, I guess, was on JFK. I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch a lot of it, which I thought was kind of interesting myself.
So let's get
her husband and her father and husband are prominent attorneys in her town. The father is not a judge. Okay, he's not a judge. That was a lie she told out of many more. Okay. Thank you, Save. See, I don't know what's true anymore. I just don't know. And it's, and we need these people that are coming in the chat here and helping us, because it changes every day, Mark. It just changes to where all of a sudden, and I don't understand how you can take these people's word and then put charges against Turtleboy. I mean, it's got to be a joke. It just has to be a joke.
Well, the people are the lawyers or whoever's representing somebody. Turtleboy's got to give money to his lawyer, obviously, to defend him, but they don't care. It's a big circus.
It is. It's just it is a circus. Also, okay, Mike Crawford was filling in for Grace. That's a girl that does a show on Howie Carr's network.
I like Howie Carr.
Just found you guys now. All right, Melissa. Yeah, I have a real bad. I have JFK. I had 212 subscribers, and Melissa, just to catch you up on this, I had 200, just over 200. I think it was 250 maybe subscribers. And I was talking. I had a video up, which I'm going to play one of Crawford here in a minute. I had a video up, and somebody had asked JFK the question if he paid Jay Brill and layover guy, Jimmy Jack, the guy with 9 brain cells. They asked him if he paid them, and he said, "No, I don't pay him." And then Jay Brill got, "No, he don't have to pay us. He's our mentor. He's our mentor, and he don't have to pay us. No, we're learning a lot from JFK." And then James Jackson gets on and goes, "JFK, I don't know. Nobody thinks like you." So then in the next few words, he goes, "Well, you people don't understand. I pay taxes on all this stuff. I pay taxes on my show and everything." So I stopped the video, Melissa. I stopped the video, and I said, look at him with his white beater shirt on and his sunglasses. Does he look like a guy that pays taxes?" That was my exact words. Oh, he got mad. He was striking me. He was false striking me on YouTube twice. I had to go through it. I mean, immediately 250 subscribers. He came after me because he didn't like, he said it was defamation because I tried to say he was committing a crime by not paying his taxes, which I said, does he look like a guy that pays taxes? I didn't say he wasn't paying his taxes. And so anyway, he puts that against me. I fight it. I get it, the videos back. And he goes on and he goes, he's stalking me. That guy, Mad Stork, he's stalking me. He's a mental. He's this, he's that, he's mental. He's mental. So now he's defaming me. But did I run and false strike him? No. I just let him go on because he looked like an idiot. And I agree with you, Melissa. There's some funny things to Loophole Lawyer, but he is obnoxious. And so anyway, that's the JFK thing. And for a while, for a good 2-week period, people can tell you, for a good 2-week period, I was in JFK's head like you would not believe. I mean, I was in his head a lot. And so, I mean, that's the JFK story with me. When people talk about him false striking small channels, it's me that they're talking about. Samantha B won't have Loophole on her show anymore. That's smart. That's really smart. You know, Samantha B, I got to tell you about her. Her dad is legendary in the radio business. I spent a lot of years in radio, a lot of years. Her dad is legendary in the sports radio market of New York. Legendary. And Sam herself, actually went to broadcasting school. That's why she's so polished. She is one of the most polished people on YouTube. I mean, when she speaks, plus she's very intelligent, which at one time, I think JFK was going to go after her. And it's like, he decided, yeah, okay, I'm not going to go there because she is really intelligent. So, but anyway, Sam is a good one. I mean, I watch her a lot. And like I said, her dad was a radio hero. I mean, in New York to a lot of people. I mean, his sports knowledge is off the wall when it comes to the Jets and just New York in general. So before BLT covered TB's channel while he was in jail, he had barely 13,000 subs. See, Mark? Now he's got 66,000 or 60-some thousand. And so, I mean, anybody would have done that started a channel that wanted to get more people. They would have done that. They would have said, all right, yeah, I'll help out Turtleboy. No, I don't need no money for it. I'm going to get your 160,000 listening to me. So, I mean, but what's funny is that all these people that go after him now, they forget, and I'm putting us involved here too. They forget that if it wasn't for Turtleboy, none of us would have channels. None of us would, because he's the guy out there that's paved the way for this whole Karen Reed thing that we talk about. And he's the one that set up all of those guys. I mean, it's crazy when you think of it that they can turn on him so quick. I understand Nan turning on him. I understand that because Nan wanted so bad to have the spotlight on her, and it just wasn't working. She wasn't that good. And I hate to say that, but she wasn't that good. You know what was better than Nan? Her son. She would ride in the car with her son, and her son, Blaze, was better than her. And he was like, I don't know, 10 years old, 11, 12 years old. He was better than her. I mean, and that's the thing. And she just didn't have it. And, but she wanted to be something, and nobody stood by her. Gossie's killing this on his show. Yeah. So Gossie's a legend. I just want everybody to know he needs to be protected. He is a legend. And he's really got some things going, and he's another one, not afraid to go out there and mix it up a little bit. I mean, I do it because I laugh at people. I laugh at the stupidity, Mark. And that's what then you do too. I mean, you laugh at the stupidity. So I don't know, one day we need to just have you get caught up on the whole Aiden Carney thing and actually have you watch. And I know it's hard for you to do sometimes, but I actually have you watch an Aiden Carney show.
I like you telling me about it.
I get things wrong, see, and that's why I need the chat then to help me out. Because
audience, I like listening to your knowledge because you're pretty damn passionate about all this stuff, and which is good. I just come up with some questions that a lot of our listeners are asking. You know, it's like, okay, you said the one Kazi. Are people coming after him too? Are they trying to sue him? His opinion?
No, I don't think nobody's suing him, but I mean, they come after him, and they say. I mean, JFK would talk about Kasi being in jail, and that kind of stuff. Yo, morning. There's my niece Jennifer, who needs to be on the show. I'm going to say it again. I don't know why she's not.
Where is
she on the show? So she needs to, and. Yeah, Judy, I feel like every day when you guys tell me more what's going on, and then I missed it because I didn't catch somebody on a show, and all of a sudden things change. It's like I guess my IQ is real low, and maybe Nan was right when she said that when she told me she doesn't support lost causes and all that. She called me a lost cause. Maybe she's right, because I'll tell you what, I can't even keep up with her what she's doing. But I do believe she's got something to do with this New Jersey thing. I really do believe that. Tommy CPU, thank you, buddy, for coming in. I like that. Very nice. I gotta get Tommy to put me on his show so I can go over the and go. I think that would be a lot of fun. And like the shit stir with Boston Mike. That would be some fun. I kind of, I used to feel bad, Melissa, for James Jackson, but then I've watched him in chats, and he's just as much of a dum-dum as JFK. Just dum-dums. That's all they are.
Jeff, it looks like you might have something to do later today.
I'm glad that people are finding the channel.
No, Tom's already invited you today.
Oh, really?
You got to catch up. You're a slow reader. Well, you're talking, and I'm just looking.
Don't feel bad for him. He's in the pool. I mean, Tommy's just a wealth of knowledge too. He keeps up on all of this. I mean, it gets so exhausting. I don't know if everybody in the chat, but do you guys feel like it gets exhausting after a while? Like you turn on your X and you go to X and you start watching some of the people talk, and it's like, what in the world is going on?
I get so triggered on all of this shit that that these people are, like you said, they're so stupid, but yet they're out there. And then I hear them say stuff, they have no knowledge of life in general. But they just keep chirping away, and we keep exposing them.
I mean, it's just. I mean, I just don't. And when you think of the exposure that Turtleboy has done, that's where I get back to the thing is what he did for all of us as content creators. All right, maybe he doesn't do everything right on his content. Excuse me. Maybe he doesn't do everything right. I should have turned down my microphone. I'm sad about that. But anyway, you know what? You got to hand it to him. You just got to hand it to him the way he goes after people. And he does it maybe in a way that some people don't like. And if you're in his crosshairs, I understand. If you're in his crosshairs and you don't like what he's saying about you, it's got to be horrible. It's got to be. Because he doesn't
take any shit from anybody, and he's just going to light you up and let chips fall where they may, right. As they say. But yeah, I'd light them up too.
And this is true right here, too. Is that Nan was all about her. It wasn't about Karen Reed. It wasn't about Turtleboy. It was about her. And Nan is an egomaniac. All right. Now, I don't know why she doesn't get off of X and just do her job, because you'd think that every win that she has as a HIPAA lawyer would be enough for her ego, but evidently it's not. And she hates it when people go after her, but she's already went after so many people. It's crazy. And Nan does live in New Jersey. That's why I'm saying that the whole thing Today, Tommy, depends what time. I saw that Mark brought that up. Depends on what time, because I have a doctor's appointment at 3:45 your time, and so I'll probably be leaving for that about 3 o'clock your time, and so well, actually it'd be a little bit later. It's actually 4:45 your time. So if you can't do it today, maybe the next time you go live, I definitely would want to come on. But yeah, Nan lives in New Jersey, and she's definitely an attention seeker. There's no doubt about that. James has two faces. Thank you, Save. That's what I'm getting to.
Tommy, mama, is that your mama? Tommy's mama told him to stop talking. Talking about her, I should say. I don't want to quote.
He plays both sides. That's right. He's playing both sides so that he can stay on one. You know, when he needs to be on one side, he'll be on one side. And but everybody is triggered by Turtleboy. That's what it comes down to. Is everybody is triggered by Turtleboy. And Turtleboy likes that. I mean, if right now he would go off on some of these people so bad, but he's taking it easy because of all the charges he's got against him, because he doesn't know which way to look on this thing. And people bring up his kids, which I think all kids, if you're going to talk bad about kids, stop it. Just stop it. Enough is enough. James attacked 3 weeks ago because of something I said 3 years ago. Thought I said recently he was wrong and jumped on me all by himself. But I think what happens with that, Tommy, is that he's stuck in 3 years ago. I think his brain only goes back 3 years, so he's stuck. He's trying to catch up. That's because of the drug use probably and the alcohol use. He's probably he's just stuck in that time, and he doesn't know what's real sometimes. So Turtleboy's chasing his flies. You had to see that, Mark. He was chasing flies in his house. Now that was some comedy gold. Him running around with the spray, some kind of spray, and he was trying to kill the flies in his house. And of course, LTL got on and said, "Something's dead in your walls. That's what's going on." Like, nobody can get flies in their house. It's like, stop it.
My dog eats them. He catches them in the air. She does.
Oh, really? Somebody, Mama said, wow. See, this is stuff that I didn't know about, right here. JFK, James did fool a lot of people. He didn't fool me, but I did feel sorry for him. I guess he did fool me in a little bit in the beginning, because the way they were going after him about his girlfriend and all that kind of stuff, I felt a little bad for him there. But then I realized that he's just a piece of shit too, so trying to catch up here, Mark, before I start the video. Like with James, he plays everyone and is dishonest. Exactly. So I can't say her name. So Mama. I can use the letter N. So evidently we know who that is then. So she used her lawyering to try to stop Tommy from talking about her. So that's something I didn't know. That's completely hippie chick. You're right. It's ridiculous, because she is the worst on when it comes to the internet. And it's just, I don't know. She had really 400 subs. Wow. Unbelievable. Like, had 400 broke stories. Mark, you don't know about it, but you need to go back on Tommy's channel and just watch the work that he did. And he took a lot of heat from people that he shouldn't have. I forget the guy's name, a couple of guys' name in Canton that went after him, a husband and wife, and just, another, and it was all over jealousy. It was just all over jealousy, worried about what Tommy was making and all that kind of stuff. I mean, and that's what Brian's biggest thing now from LTL is everybody's making money. Everybody's making money. Will puts everything behind a wall, and he's making money. Well, that's what it's about, right, Mark? If you're going to do this, you want to make some money. I mean, you're doing it as your job. You want to make money in your job. And
I'm doing it because I get to spend time with you, Jeff. That's the only reason why I do this, is spend time.
Let's face it, you're doing this because you felt so guilty the way you treated me growing up.
Hey,
and you thought, all right, I'm going to help them out.
I didn't steal. I didn't tell the teachers when you stole that beer. I protected you. I probably took the blame.
Who got in trouble?
Beat the shit out of me when I got home.
But who got in trouble?
Well, you did, because you
so you protect. Your dad was the principal, for God's sakes. You didn't help me that much.
Well, I helped you enough where you became the legend that you are now.
I'm just glad that your dad never held it against me and still talks to me and wants to buy me lunch.
And then I bought you that lunch.
You did not. So Mark's dad was the principal of our school for all the time that we were in school. And I always wanted to ask you, Mark, how hard was that being a principal?
Hard, because, as you know, I didn't get any favoritism from my dad. Actually, it got worse because other teachers who didn't like my dad, they were harder on me. But then a couple friends, ex-friends would say, yeah, you think you're cool because your dad's principal. And I had to take matters in my own hand, and that wasn't good.
I always wondered about that, what it would be like to have a dad as a principal that you go to.
Not a good deal. No.
Tom does need to write a book. I would buy it in a second. Running we didn't do. We have to listen to crazy Barry Lewis. That's another guy that I just learned about not too long ago. And talk about it. There's a guy that's a little out there too. It seems like all of these people that go after Turtleboy have a little problem with their faculties in their head. I mean, it's just, they're so consumed of stuff. I mean, there's the 4 girls, which really is 5 girls, 5 women, the forensic room or whatever they're called. I mean, they're just way out there. I mean, way out there. And so anyway, look at this. What time is it?
See, it's 9:06.
So 10:06 in Massachusetts, and Mary B is up already. Holy smokers!
See, I told you.
Mary B, what are you doing up so early? You need to come clean. What's going on out there? All right, I need to know. Doctor in Canton, who decked me, yeah. I mean, Tommy's been through it all. You got to go watch. I mean, people went after him because of jealousy, and it was just jealousy. It really was, because he was getting so involved, and he was, Tommy, because I think what really killed everybody is that he ended up. Karen Reed would go to church by herself, okay, before during the week or whatever. And Tommy had found out about it and decided to, go to church with her. Just to have somebody with her to go to church, which, they turned it into something ugly, of course. And it wasn't. But Tommy's gotten more shit from people, and they really need to stop that. Yeah. But it's not just Randall. It's everybody that's making money. And, like Crawford and LTL, they get their 200 people listening to them. They got 60,000 people, Mark. And that's one thing that Tommy's got to explain to me, is that they get 600 and some people, or 200 people, but they have 60,000 people as subs, but they only get 200 a night, and I'm sitting there going, how in the world, when they go on, how come they don't have more people that, because they got 60,000. We spoke about church, and I got invited. See, he got invited, and they got so mad. I mean, they really ripped him up on that one. And it's like, how in the world can you get mad at somebody that's going to church, but because they thought he was going to get it in, they thought that Tommy was, he was going to sneak in somewhere and everything. But he already had a relationship with her. They already knew who Tommy was. They already knew what he was doing in the mornings, and when she would come out of court and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's like, it's crazy. It's just crazy stuff. It really is. And I'm just impressed that Mary B's here. I really am. So I wanted to get a little bit to this Crawford thing, okay, Mark? And I wanted, we're going to watch a little bit of him, but then I want to get to the spaces where you can kind of get listen to Nan. And in this one, they were so worried on her spaces. She was with this Jen Altman, who's another crazy one, that they were so worried about Turtleboy didn't have enough people for his golf outing. And now I don't golf, okay? So I don't understand the whole thing. But, they were so worried that he was, canceling because he didn't have enough people. Well, he was canceling because it was raining like crazy out there, was the reason why he canceled. And he didn't cancel the whole tournament. The whole outing. What he did is he moved it to September. So there's a rescheduled. So it's a little bit different than canceling it outright and rescheduled. But they want you to believe that, he only had so many people, 9 people. And it's just crazy that the stuff that they think in their head that they need to repeat. And it really is. So it's always there, ride or die. That's right. Mary B, actually, didn't Mary B have something to do with your opening song, Tommy? I think Tommy told me that. And, of course, Mary B doesn't write us a song, does she? No.
Did you write a song?
Huh?
You got a song, Mary B song?
No, I want one, but you won't write me one.
You write one about Mary B.
Oh, no, if I wrote a song about Mary B, I mean, I got her in one song where I mentioned her, but if I'd write her like an outright song, that would be going against my love for Stupid April, who has left me and never came back after I told her that I liked her. I think Mary B had something to do with that. I think she went in there and ruined that for me. But see, she wrote it back when I wrote songs a long time ago. Look at that. See, you could write a song for Stupid April and me, Mary B, but you don't. But that's okay. So let's get to this because I want you to see this, Mark, because it's going to help you, I think, understand a little bit more. All right.
In the shadow, we're saying that we're getting to.
Let's start this back. I don't want to hear his song. His song sucks.
I'm just having a chuckle today. It was fun to
having a chuckle.
Do that crazy show last night. I had to.
So this is the guy, Mark, that says, "I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm living my good life. I'm happy. I'm happy. I am happy." And he always talks about how happy he is. Well, you know that people that talk about how happy they're usually got some problems, and he's got some problems.
Replay it. I had to listen to it back because I wasn't sure. It was kind of dicey. I wanted to see what the listener viewer experience. I was actually quite pleased with it. Quite pleased with last night. I thought it was a good show. People liked it. Got a lot of views. A lot of the trolls came out. Brian replayed it this morning. Got
a lot of views, which, like I said, it was after he quit. All of a sudden, he had a bunch of views. During the thing, he didn't have much of views.
Morning on his channel, he did a replay, and it had more numbers than some of the Turtle Rider live shows. Head to head, he beat him with a replay. That just shows.
So, is that true? Mystic, is it true that he has, or Lauren, he has a 70-year-old girlfriend? Is that true? I'm 70 and still right.
Sounds like a sugar mama.
People are tuning in.
That's what it is. I'm sure
what we're talking about right now, and the trolls are coming out. The YouTubers, they've all started attacking. They're very upset. They can't handle it. It's pretty funny, and I'm just quite enjoying this little run that we're doing. It is hot out today. I was just out there, third chunk walk today. But typical, some woman who can't see. She the can't see lady, Emily can't see. She can't see what's in front of her. She said I don't take a shower like that.
Oh, see now this Emily C. I put something on X last night. Emily C. Mark. You got to check her out. She's a former teacher, kindergarten teacher, I think. And Emily C. is a silent assassin. She comes across as this kindergarten teacher and she talks so nice and she's just, she's happy to be doing what she's doing. And, she just loves being on YouTube, and she's getting a little following, and she's really up to date on everything too. I mean, just a wealth of knowledge, and people are going after her because of, well, number one, she's gaining momentum. And then number two, they think that, that she's missing some things and everything, but she is amazing. And she's a silent assassin. She gives you that old, like, oh, I'm just a, kindergarten teacher, and I talk, real nice and all that kind of stuff. And I'm telling you right now, I think she's the type of people that, that we know of, some that, behind the scenes, when it comes down to it, will fight for her family, fight for everything, and cut your heart out and laugh at it when she does it. And I mean, it's just these people go after her, about it and everything. So, all right, let's go.
That was really. I'd rather not take a shower, even though I'm taking a shower today, than to be wrong on everything. On everything. Good luck. Good luck. Can't see. It's funny. Let's just go to this, because this guy, the first thing this morning, the first fucking thing this morning, the very first thing this morning, this is what he's doing. He's trying to raise money for his golf tournament. And of course, Brian and I come up right away. And he's very upset because I quoted him. Let's just watch this clown. Let's bring this on the screen. This is fucking the first thing this morning. The very first thing. He wakes up thinking about us instead of worrying about all those cases and all the jurisdictions.
See, that is the biggest lie right there. The biggest lie that him and Brian tell from LTL Media, that everybody thinks about them, that Turtleboy does, the Glarer does. They think about Turtleboy and the Glarer around the clock. Like that is not healthy. I don't care if they're going to see a therapist. There's no therapist that would say, you guys are doing great with this whole Turtleboy and Glarer thing. You guys are doing great. It's really healthy what you're doing. There's no therapist out there. And if there is, you need to fire them immediately. And I'm going to tell you right now, when they say that they have more views, Turtleboy, Mark, has more views when people are waiting for him to come on. He'll have 500, 600 people waiting for him to come on, and these guys are only getting 150 to 200 views. Turtleboy gets more views from people waiting for him to come on. Who's the frickin' giant in this? And if you're going to take a swing at the king, you better be ready for whatever comes out of the king, because you're not going to win that. You're just not
civil and the criminal. He's worried about what we're saying, that we're getting too many views, that our chat is getting too large. The last video I played last night too about Nurse Kim, I might replay that again and pipe in, because the one of the chatters got me sidetracked on that one, because it's very telling, that video. Everything he does is about the chat. That's what he was reacting to. It wasn't about Nurse Kim. It was about how the chat reacted when he went after Nurse Kim. Everything for him is about the chat. Everything. And the chat isn't as supportive anymore.
Well, it sounds like everything's about the chat to him.
The money. Chat and the money. It's the money. They got to get the money. I mean, and it's always going to be about that with them, because they're not getting the money. Crawford's not making any kind of money like he was making when he had Betterow on. Well, Betterow put a stop to the money making with him, and that's what the problem came from. Is that when Betterow said enough of the super chats and everything, and then that's where the problem came from. And Crawford, didn't like it because he was making money with Betterow, and I'm sure he wasn't sharing that with Betterow, and I don't think Betterow cared. But the thing is Crawford just got angry, got hateful, and they all get hateful. They all get hateful when they're so far. When they're so far in with Turtleboy, they get hateful of him, because, I mean, I wonder too sometimes. I mean, I try, as you know, Mark, Tommy knows this because Tommy and I have had conversations. I try to be perfect when it comes to sound, when it comes to the microphone, when it comes to running the show sound wise. I tend to be really goofy about that.
Well,
And I got to have the sound, okay? And and I watch Turtleboy sometimes, he's putting his mic down and he's talking and all that kind of stuff. And it works for him, because he is the guy. Everybody wants to hear what he's going to say. And Mike, he can't figure out his microphone. One day it works, one day it doesn't work. He's got a different microphone sitting there. It looks like an RE320 or something like that, Electro Voice RE320. I don't think it's an RE20. But it's a good mic. It's not a great mic. It's not that expensive. He goes, "Oh, it's not that expensive mic." It's not that expensive. If he's got a rich girlfriend, I'm sure, she bought it for him. But the 320 is not the RE20. And he just said the other night, it was so funny because I caught it. He said, it's hooked up to something over there and it's just not working with my computer. Well, who could fix that for him in a second, Mark?
You
know who could fix that? No. Tommy. CPU. Tommy could fix that in a second. If it's hooked up to a mixing board and all that kind of stuff, Tommy could have that thing fixed in 10 minutes. And it would sound so much better. So much better. And Mike is always like playing it on because he has Mike made thousands with it. See, that's just it. They all made money when it came to Betterol. They all made money when they were getting along with Turtleboy too. That's the thing that I don't understand.
He's starting to lose ground. We're picking up ground over here every time we go live on him. Look at this. First thing in the morning. This is what he's talking about. This is what his chat is talking about. They are so caught up. I love this. Watch this.
Yo. What's up, everybody? Impromptu live. Hello, hello, hello. What yellow trunks? Oh my god!
He's trying to pretend he's laughing about this comment. He took it off the screen pretty quickly, though, didn't he? He's trying to pretend it's funny, but this is what he's worried about. Look at this. This is the comment. Anyone else had enough of Mike the Jellyfish talking about his numbers going up and BLT still? This is ridiculous. I don't even know what that's about, that last part. It's, usual scandalous BS. That's probably not even true. But this lead comment, anyone else had enough of Mike talking about his numbers going up? I am so glad you're upset about it, Yellow Cottage Runs. I'm going to talk about it again because it makes you guys mad. You're all mad. Our numbers are going up. Look at this. Unannounced show, last minute. Our numbers are up. I'm sorry that bothers you. I'm quite amused by it. Look, he's pretending he's happy, but he's pretending it's funny. Is it funny?
It is funny because you're lying. You lie, Mike Crawford. And that's why you're not happy, because you're lying. Your numbers are down. They're way down. And I don't even know why you got 60,000 people still subscribe. I think people subscribe sometimes and forget that they did or something. I don't know what it is, Mark. And like I said, Tommy's got to explain to me how you can shut down your stream and then all of a sudden have 3,000, 4,000 views after that. Something must be paid. It's got to be paid.
Happy that our numbers are going up now, Turtle? Are you really you think this is funny? That your butt hurt. The numbers are returning. People are coming back to us. Let's go on. Look at him. Fake laugh.
But he said, Mark, that.
Oh my God. Okay. Look at his face now.
Anyway, I just came on.
Anyway.
What's up, everybody? Impromptu.
I hope they don't notice Crawford's numbers going up. Hopefully they don't notice.
I'll keep this brief. It's only like 5-10 minutes. So check it out. I posted this on Facebook and on Twitter, but things get buried in there. So wanted to post it on here too. We're doing a giveaway tomorrow for the 4th spot in my foursome, right? Well,
love you, Harmony. Thanks for being here. Right? Really appreciate the energy you put into it.
Almost as fun. Golf foursome. So you get to ride around a car with us, me and Auntie Deb, right? And so to enter it, we're going to be doing a giveaway tomorrow. Not a raffle. Totally not a raffle.
Oh, totally not a raffle. I'm totally not breaking the.
For that reason,
guys, I'm totally not breaking the law on this. I'm totally abiding by the. It's not a raffle, even though it is a raffle. Like just me saying it's not a raffle, that's going to protect me, even though I'm breaking the law. I mean, this guy is such a clown. If you want to be a lawbreaker, bro, just be a lawbreaker. Don't pretend you're protecting yourself by, oh, I'm not going to call it a raffle.
See, Mike, that's what I say too. If you're going to pretend to be a doper, at least fire up when you got Afro Man on your show. I mean, the guy that's saying I got high. Mike, you had him there. Just fire up in your house and just say, "Hey, I'm getting high with Afro Man." You couldn't because of your grandma, the girlfriend, said you can't smoke in the house, and that's the reason why you didn't fire up. So just admit, Mike.
Why is anybody listening to him?
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Mark. I don't understand why people listen to him and why they actually believe this stuff. It's crazy stuff. It really is. So anyway, I thought I had the Nan on this one, but I guess I don't. So I got to find that one. I'm sorry about that, but anyway, so that's a little piece, and we got to go over. When we got more time, we got to go over a whole video of him. It gets disgusting listening to him, but he's something else with that. I'll tell you that right now. Now, the other thing with this, I don't know if everybody noticed, but look at my nice B hat. I got a Boston Bruins jersey. JFK hates that. Just so everybody knows, JFK hates it when people that are not from Boston wear Boston stuff. JFK hates it. Just hates it. But he lives in Atlanta, so he's not even living near Boston anymore. But he's worried about everybody else that doesn't, that wears stuff that's not from Boston.
Like Boston, I mean, the Bruins or the Reds.
Red Sox. I would never wear anything to Red Sox because of my Milwaukee Brewers. But I mean, the Bruins. I mean, we don't have a professional hockey team in Wisconsin, so I can root for the Bruins. I'm not much of a hockey guy, but I mean, I can root for them.
Can root for.
I'm not from there. No, I'm not. Mark's been out there. Mark did insurance for a lot of years, and he's been out to the Boston area.
I'm going to be back on October 3rd for my godson's ordination.
And Tommy, I followed the Celtics in the 80s like crazy. I'm a big Larry Bird fan. Big. I think Larry Bird, another one that was an assassin. And I mean, I watched a lot of Boston Celtics back then, and Larry Bird was my guy. I mean, when at Indiana State University in 1979, watching him play and beating my Arkansas Razorbacks at that time. I mean, it was just crazy to watch that guy play basketball. They are jealous. There's no doubt. It's everything they do. Crawford, Brian from LTL Media, Nan, whatever they do against Turtle Boy, the way they talk about Turtle Boy, it's all motivated by jealousy. Everything that they do is motivated by jealousy. So jealousy turns into hate then. It really is. I mean, they're so close. Jealousy and hate is so close. And that's what it is. They turn into hate because they can't beat him. And no matter what they try to do, they can't beat him. And that's why I think that Nan's involved with this whole New Jersey thing, because she thought she was going to be slick and get involved with this. And it looked horrible in the beginning when he gets charged, when he gets another thing. But I think it's going to come out that it's the most ridiculous thing that ever. I mean, it's going to be more ridiculous than his charges in Massachusetts when it comes out. So, I mean, it's just crazy. Yeah. Bird and McHale, Robert Parrish. I mean, that was a team. My Milwaukee Bucks, man, when they beat them, I would, that would be like a week-long drunk for me when the Bucks would beat the Celtics. But like I said, I was a big Larry Bird fan. Big. And so both complained about him making it. It's all about the money, Tommy. I mean, look at when they came after you about money. I mean, who cares about what people are working, Mark? If you're working, if this is your job, why are you worried about people getting people, donate to them and give them tips or whatever you want to call it. Why would you worry about that? Why don't you, if you're so worried about somebody's show, why don't you go out there and try to do a show that's better than the person that's making money? Why don't you do that? Why don't you be creative and do that kind of thing? And this, Mark, this is one thing that I would recommend. If Brian LTL Media wants to get better and Mike wants to get better, this is what I suggest. I suggest that you find Tracy Johnson on the internet. Tracy Johnson. He's a radio consultant. And what he does is he does some seminars on morning show from radio. The morning show, how to put it together, what to do in morning shows. It's like a boot camp for morning shows. Tracy Johnson. Spend some money, you guys. What money you're getting, spend some money and go to one of those seminars. Go to one of those boot camps. You'll come out of it and you'll go, wow, yeah, that's what we need to do. You won't even worry about Turtleboy at that time or anybody else on YouTube. You will do your own thing and you'll be good at it. Okay, maybe you won't be good at it, but at least you'll be doing your own thing. So, are you reading these, Mark, before I am?
Yep.
You could say something. You can read them.
I can't say anything because you won't shut the hell up.
I'm waiting for you to get in there.
Oh, you're waiting for anything.
Because we got to get to your political stuff. I mean,
oh no.
I mean, there's a lot of just so you know, a lot of liberals out here.
Yeah, no. I'm just letting you go, man.
Yeah. See, I mean, some of these are just, yeah. Danny Ainge, he's another one. I didn't like Danny that much, though.
I didn't either. I'm with you on that.
No, Tommy's working at 11 from his house. Need a segue.
I need a segue to something.
So there you go. So my segue to you is what's going on in Minnesota. I want to know what's happening because there's a lot of things going on in New York City with that new mayor and everything. So let's is Minnesota getting better?
No, it's not getting better. It's getting worse. And everybody's blaming, people with Trump derangement syndrome. They don't realize, what a shit show they created. But now this is, just spreading throughout the country in different elections. As you can see, the Democrats are going to be challenged in trying to bring their party back to where it used to be instead of having all these socialist communists running. Here in Wisconsin, we have our the Democrats primary is coming up shortly, or it might be in a couple days.
Yeah.
And they had a couple respectable candidates in there, but they got squared off. Now they have this lady who is bipolar and a communist, and she wants to eliminate all the things that, like you're hearing, what's that goofy guy? There's a goofy guy he's a legitimate communist, Piker. And get rid of the Congress, get rid of defund the military, defund ICE, get rid of the Senate. These are all on their webpage, things that they want to do. And she's one of them. So I'm excited actually that she's hopefully wins the Democratic primary, because our guy, who's a nice guy, but he isn't an aggressive guy, should be able to mop it up. But you're seeing that all over the country. And that sort of runs. Go ahead.
No, I was just waving to Mystic. She's leaving.
Oh, I thought you were waving to me, saying shut the hell up.
No. I was actually trying to figure out where it's gonna say something to you, but go ahead, keep going.
No,
the Wisconsin thing.
Yeah.
One thing you haven't mentioned, and I got to bring up, that's what I wanted to segue to. You brought up Wisconsin. Remember that guy from Minocqua?
Oh yeah, he's out of business.
He's out of business. Wisconsin people have put the guy out of business. The guy that was giving away free beer if Trump got shot and everything, or died or whatever. Wisconsin people put him out of business. He's like moving to Illinois now. And we find out that he had the brewery, right? And he wasn't even making his own beer. He was bringing it up from from Illinois.
Really?
So he didn't even have his own beer.
Yeah.
So this guy was a wackadoodle. He really was. But the Wisconsin people, not only just the Republicans either, there was a lot of Democrats that said, this guy's a little goofy. And they helped get him. I mean, he lost his liquor license. He lost everything. And so he was out, completely out. And
I think, what you just said, people are hopefully figuring it out. I mean, the Democrats got to take their party back because it has gone so far to the point of ridiculousness. And I think something that I was talking with a recent friend, his fiance is a civics teacher, and just these kids, they have no clue on how the government works and why it is the way it is. The founding fathers did a lot of things for the right reasons, and people just don't realize them because they don't study it. They don't have an idea. So they believe that we could eliminate the president and just have somebody appointed. Well, that's what Russia does. That's what China does. So when, they may be too late now, it might be going down the road and they can't get their party back, but it's just goofy. So Lauren here, so proud not to be a liberal. It's the thing that I laugh about it because it's kind of like Turtleboy when you put them together. If you're going to take a swing at Trump, all right, if you're going to take a swing at him, he's the president. Yeah,
you better have your house that's built with glass. You better have it perfect, because it's going to come back tenfold.
Yeah,
if you don't. And that's what goes on. These people go after Trump, and then all of a sudden, they got something that's even 10 times worse than Trump.
Yeah.
What's going on. Now, we can all say that, Trump's family's making it rich. Trump's family's this, that, and that. Trump was rich. He was rich already. Maybe he didn't have, $100 in his pocket, but property wise, he was rich. He was rich.
And what a lot of people don't understand, he doesn't take a salary.
Right.
He doesn't get paid to be the president. He's given it back.
But $200,000 or whatever it is, I mean, what is that? I mean, that's like $10 to us, right?
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah. He's supposed to get like $400 and some dollars, but I am not going to stand up here and say that he's 100% right. I just think that there are so many huge problems that are being pointed out. What do they call them? 80-20 things. 80% of the population thinks that you should have an ID to vote. 80% of the population believes that men should not be able to play sports against women. These are little things that people are talking about. No, it's just common sense. Why are we even discussing it? So,
and let's face it, with the border thing, what everybody talks about the border, that kind of backfired on the liberals, because a lot of the Hispanics that came over, even though, that they all thought that was liberal and that was liberal votes, some of those Hispanics really backstabbed the liberals and actually were conservative voters.
Well, yeah, you're right.
And I think, that whole thing backfired on them. So that pisses them off.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's going to go, but I know that AOC, and I know what's her face laughing, and the big drinker, the one that ran last time.
Yeah,
Harris, they can't be in. They just can't be in. There's so many good people out there that would be better choices. And but the other part of that market, we've talked to this numerous times, term limits. It's got to be term limits on these people that are in office. I mean, I always tell you, I should have been a politician. I really could, because I'll tell you what, I could have taken money under the table better than anybody. And I mean, it's just, it's so bad to sit here and watch these people who've been in 50 years, 60 years, and how they've got rich from being in office. That's not what that means. That is not what they're supposed to be doing.
Well, there's one thing that, is brought up there that, getting rich. There's insider trading going on both sides. There's Republicans and Democrats making a lot of money, But these knuckleheads on the left, they're really raking it in. And then there's a bill that's being presented that they have to stop doing that. And they vote against it. Well, that's just showing, well, if they're voting against it, why? Well, it's because they stopped the gravy train.
Right.
You know, and so.
And people can say what they want. I'm pretty much down the middle, but Nancy Pelosi needs to be in jail.
Yeah.
Whatever way you look at it, Nancy Pelosi needs to be in jail. And if you believe that her husband got beat up by that guy and there was nothing going on there, well, I have oceanfront property in Arizona that I need to sell you.
Yeah, her husband was swinging from both sides of the plate.
Exactly. So anyway, BG, good to see you here.
I like Lauren. She's got some good comments.
We just got to the political part of this, BG, but so do you think that is there a way to clean up Minnesota, Mark?
Yeah, it's being slowly cleaned up, but they still have, Welts is out, and then their DA, they got him on tape accepting bribes from the and I hate to put a group solely in front of this, but the Somalis, for the most part, they're the ones doing the shenanigans with the daycares and stuff. So he's sitting down with a bunch of them and saying, donations help, I'll take them, and that'll influence some things. Well, come on. And then their mayor is he's a wackadoodle as well. He's going to be gone. But all those good Norwegians and Swedes, Lutherans up in Minnesota, they got to put down the fork, stop eating lutefisk, which is a really terrible fish they eat up there, and eating vegetable jello. And they'll get their state back eventually. But
we're going to keep an eye on that. We're going to keep on. What's going on with Newsom? I haven't heard much out of him.
Yeah, I think he got neutered by everybody else. Has been a bigger wackadoodle than he was, so he doesn't get any airspace anymore because the guy out of Michigan, he's crazy, man. That one guy who's traveling around the country, that he said that the attack in Israel was a good thing. And people are listening to him and backing him. And it's so Newsom just can't be, his party is being louder and dumber than he is, which was hard to believe.
No,
I feel bad. I like good competition, but you got to have rational conversation. And some of this stuff has gone so far wackadoodle that it just is nuts. And there's no room for normal wackadoodles like Newsom, Yeah. But I think somebody made a comment out there, they're just so hypocritical. It's like, you used to back this position, right?
Yeah.
We got video of Obama saying that I'm proud of sending all these immigrants back to Mexico. And now you hate it? Yeah, you can't.
Like I said, it's a lot of the, you can look at that stuff, how they change their minds and everything. And that's what goes on with Turtleboy. That's exactly what goes on with him.
Yeah.
He can have all these people following him. I mean, they got that untwisted tragedies, whatever. She's on, tape saying, I'm going to be here till the end supporting Turtleboy, and then she didn't get what she wanted from Turtleboy. And so I mean it's crazy stuff. I gotta say also real quick, Broken Baker is in the hospital. He's our guy from Denmark, and he's in the hospital, and get well wishes to him. I know I haven't said that the last couple of times, and I'm sorry about that. But Broken Baker, you need to get better, buddy, and get back on. You're needed, and people need to get off his case too. His humor, his sarcasm, it's awesome. That's what, we need that. We need to be able to laugh a little bit more at things. We really do. And people take a lot of things just too serious and everything. And, like I told everybody when I started this, 99% of whatever comes out of my mouth is sarcastic. It really is. And it's looking for a reaction. And that's what needs, You just got to be able to laugh at yourself first, and then laugh at what's actually funny out there. And doing this whole dance like LTL Media. Did you see this, Mark? He's doing some kind of dance. I don't know. It's something about Will, tuna fish, something can or whatever. But anyway, he's doing this dance when music's on. He's going like this.
I can do that.
What in the world? What is it for? I've never seen anybody dance like that.
Oh, yeah, that was on. It was more like this. It's the Batman dance.
Oh, okay. Great.
Not Pulp Fiction when John Travolta was dancing like that.
Oh,
so,
okay.
You know,
so Brian thinks he's John Travolta.
Well, he maybe thinks he should be Pulp Fiction, which is a whack movie.
You know, a lot of people don't, and people in Boston, Gingy's really good at researching stuff. I want you to go, people that are in here, all right, my claim to fame. Now everybody thinks it's Blake Shelton, all right, that I helped discover Blake Shelton. Okay, I didn't help discover him; he was already Blake Shelton, but I did bring him to a small area, and we did well for him twice. And I got on radio and ran a radio station, and I played a lot of Blake Shelton. And I had a consultant friend that came and was really big in the consultant of radio, and she helped him out a lot, especially at the song Home when it really blew up for him. But my claim to fame, now a lot of people don't know this, the original Batman series, okay? The original. Now that's with, who was Batman in original on TV?
I was going to say Bruce Wayne, but no, what was the actor?
Bruce Wayne was Robin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of the guy's name now.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody will have it here. But yeah, see, it is about touching his mustache. Okay, that's what it's about. All right. But anyway, go and research. People, you got to go and research this, all right? He passed away not too long ago, but I still talk to his son quite a bit on Facebook. But in the original Batman series, the Joker, what was his name? Cesar Romero.
Yeah.
Yeah. The original Joker. No, we're going way back. The TV, Tommy, when it was on TV. What was Batman? No, it wasn't Lewis Wilson. It was
anyhow
Bruce Wayne. But anyway, the original Batman and on TV in the 60s. Okay. So the Joker of that, the Joker had the henchman, all right, had his henchman. And if you remember on the TV show, now you can look this up. This isn't a joke. You can look it up. The Joker's henchmen, they were green hair. Adam West. There we go. Lauren got it. Adam West was the original Batman on TV. So anyway, okay. So the Joker had on the beach, if you remember the scenes, if you ever watched the original Batman, he had green hair henchmen that were actually a band that would perform on the beach as a band, okay, that would do the Batman theme and all that kind of stuff and do other songs. The guy that was the leader of the band, okay, the guy that was the leader of the green hair people. Now this is true, and they can look it up. The guy that was the original henchman for the Joker in the 60s, the guy's name was Johnny Green. His real name, that was his stage name. His real name was Johnny Pavlik. Now, Mark knows that where we grew up, there's a lot of people that our last names are Pavliks. Johnny Pavlik, Johnny Green, the henchman for the original Joker in the TV series, was my first cousin.
No.
His mom and my dad were brother and sister. And Johnny was this champion accordion player, champion bass player. I mean, the guy was a musician. I mean, was a genius when it come to playing instruments.
What he started?
He was a showman. He would eat fire. Go look him up, Johnny Green. He would eat fire in his act. He would eat fire, and I'll never forget. He was doing that. He would come to our family farm when I was growing up. I mean, I was young. And because he was like 20 years older than me, maybe a little bit more. And he would come to our family farm. And I remember this as a little kid. he would practice the fire act, where he'd do the fire eating and all that kind of stuff and blow it out. He caught his mustache so much and it would singe and it would smell. It was horrible, his hair. But the guy, that was his thing. That was his whole
fame, Jeff, is Johnny Pavlik.
Johnny Pavlik, his stage name was Johnny Green. His band was called Johnny Green and the Greenmen. Look it up. And Johnny Green was my first cousin. Right. And he's got a lot of kids in the California area, Minnesota area. He's got a lot of kids. And that's my claim to fame. I mean, him and I got tight a few years before he died. We got a little bit tighter and all that kind of stuff. And he was always amazed how I went out and got into radio and all that kind of stuff. And of course, he wanted to write a hit. It was not only write a hit, he wanted to find people that he could, groom and get them to be stars and all that kind of stuff. And the guy was a showman. I mean, he was a showman. And but his manager at one time, get this one. Now, this goes way back, and I know Tommy would remember this. But his manager at one time, Mark, was Liberace.
No, jeez.
Yeah, Liberace. And he went numerous times. Johnny Green and the Green Men would travel the world with Bob Hope when he did those, where he'd go over to Vietnam and all that kind of stuff. And so claim to fame, I was first cousins with the Joker's henchmen, the original Joker's henchmen on the TV series Batman. How do you like that, Mark?
It's starting to explain some things about your personality and some of the shit you pulled in school. Henchmen,
Do you notice that that I did do the green hair for a while too? I'll put a picture on X about it. I'll bring a picture next time here. But I did. I had green hair at one time.
Jeff going to shake down the kids that were challenged. He would, get them into these parlays, gambling, and then take their lunch money.
But you got to remember, I was challenged too, so I wasn't really picking on them.
No, mentally, you were a henchman, is what you were. Taking their money. I see.
You don't know if I was mentally challenged or not.
Well, based on what you say, you're right.
All right, Mark. I think we've taken up enough time and we talked enough nonsense for a day. Tuesday, we'll try to be back Thursday. Mark's got to go make some beds. He's got that bleeding heart that I don't know where that came from, but I'm telling you right now, Mark would pick on more people in one day when he was younger, and now all of a sudden he's become this bleeding heart guy making beds for people that don't have beds. I heard that he went down to Milwaukee just the other day with a bunch of backpacks with some food in it. I mean, this is the guy that would rob you of your food on your table if it was left if you turned your back.
I didn't do that because we're going to beat up if I did, because that was your space. It's like, this is my turf. Don't get in here. I got control of these less privileged children. All these poor Belgian boys that you were stealing their lunch money from. So yeah. And then today I got a doctor's appointment, but the biggest thing that I didn't bring up is that I have a very sick puppy, and I don't know what he got into, and it's really bothering me. Like anybody that knows me, that knows that my puppy Tracy is the world to me, and he is sitting. He's hardly raising his head. He wants to be held at all times, which he does do that a lot, but I mean, it's like more than normal. And, but he got into something. I don't know what he got into, something outside. I don't know what it was, but something has made him off. And if he's not better by this afternoon, he's going to have to go see the vet, because I don't know what it is, but, he doesn't want to eat, and he's only 11 pounds. So he can't miss too many meals, I got to figure out what's going on with him too. But Tracy Prince has not been feeling well. Now it's the second day. So hopefully I can figure out that. He drank a little bit of water. And I know when he's really bad is because the only way he'll drink water is if you put water in your hand. Okay.
And just so you know, I tried it yesterday and again this morning. I tried to give him water on a tap water.
Yeah.
Nope. went and got a bottle of Aquafina out of the refrigerator, put it in my hand, came right over and started drinking the water out of my hand. The Aquafina.
Bougie dog.
It's a bougie dog. It's a bougie dog. There's no doubt about that. So
before we off to say, Boston Ginger, it's always good to see you as well. She's gave me a like. I like that.
That's great. That's great. That's great. They like you, Mark. They like you.
Yeah.
You got to jump in. You just got to jump in.
I'm not
an old radio guy. I'll keep it going. I don't like dead air.
Yeah, but you keep going. I interrupt you and you keep going. You're like a Mack truck. You just run me freaking over.
We need to get more people involved. We got to find a female for our show.
Push me out even more.
No, we're not going to push you out. We're just going to find a female. We need a female on the show.
You know I'm sensitive, Jeff.
But I need a female that's going to be kind of edgy. That's going to use the F word every once in a while and just, let it go. So we need somebody like that.
Getting kinky.
No, not that. It's not it, Mark.
You're making them talk dirty.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, when the word is deserved to be out there, like, when you're talking about Nan and you just say F her, I need somebody to come in there and just say, F her, but actually say it, Hey,
go on one of those job sites, recruiter.com.
See, BG said her dog is funny with water too. It is funny the way he is. So, all right, Mark, you go do your beds and everything. And what impresses me is that you do these beds and you actually miss golf for doing the beds. That's impressive when it comes to you.
Golf's Thursday. It's our Wednesday. Today I'm making a table for my son.
Okay. The New Jersey son?
No, this is going to be the son that's moving to New Mexico. So I'm making a kitchen hard maple table for him.
All right. Well, tell the son that's moving to New Jersey, do not at any point in his life hire Nan Gallagher as a lawyer. All right. Do not hire that person as a lawyer. Okay. And tell him to spread the word out there. Do not hire her.
Spread the word. He can do it. He's a good conservative.
So, and I haven't been able to figure out why my music is not working, but I will figure it out. So I appreciate everybody checking us out today. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. We got to get this thing to 1,000. All right. I know I said I wanted to get to 500, but now I want to be 1,000. So I need people to help out.
Really, we more often.
We have to. We got to do it. So, and we'll be back Thursday morning. We're going to be back.
Thursday. I thought it was tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah, it's tomorrow morning. Never mind. Yes, we're coming back tomorrow morning. Yeah. Tomorrow morning at 7:15.
So, or 8:15 East Coast. Eastern, 8:15 Central, 7:15.
So tomorrow we'll be back in between 7 and 7:15 Central Time, and that's 8:15 East Coast Time, and that's 6:15 West Coast Time. All right.
That's really all right.
And then Mountain Time is it's 5 West, 6 Mountain Time. All right. Get out of here before I get more confused.
All right.
Have yourself a nice day. All right. Thanks everybody for the chat. Appreciate it. Caught me up on a lot. And Tommy will be talking soon.